Previously on One Star Rising.
Mary decided to walk in the woods alone.
I kind of lost track of time. It was kind of scary because I don't really even know where I am.
You're my biggest problem on this set.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I don't need to hear it from you.
Who are you? They're cast, you're not. You need to go.
Like maybe I should just leave, you know? Like whatever, like I'm over this whole thing.
Nick has a really great voice. I think he's just hiding behind the piano, and a lot of pianists do that. I did that for a long time.
We are seeing some of the talent experience some effects of being homesick.
Hoping that it doesn't really affect me too much during this month, but I think I'll move on from it.
We needed a night for them to just turn off their brains, get away from the competition mode, and just cut loose and have some fun. And Micah got up. He blew everyone away, especially Danny.
I'm so excited to see what the kids are gonna bring to round one.
Holy shit.
I was in the main cabin. I was putting out a fire, per usual. I get a call from Victoria, who was freaking out.
Oh my God, like, did you?
One of our young 16-year-old singers passed out and was not responsive.
Marty will
Fine. That's never happened
first aid
before.
kit. We're gonna need help. I don't know if she's bleeding. Make sure she's not bleeding.
I'm fine.
I was practicing my song in the cabin for a couple of the girls, and all of a sudden I just got really dizzy hitting that one last note. A bunch of people, I think it was Victoria and Sam, came running in with Emma, and they were all checking me out. I'm glad I didn't hit my head too hard or anything.
It turned out to be, her just passing out because we had been working on the delivery of her sustained notes. She had this beautiful, really quick vibrato, and we had been working on starting those notes straight tone and then adding the vibrato, which is more of a musical theater thing. And because we were changing that technique, she was thinking about it, and I guess she forgot how to breathe.
Of course she forgot how to breathe. Listen to your vocal coach. You breathe from your diaphragm. You breathe. You use your whole body, your flexibility. You're not gonna be like this when you sing. You gotta breathe. You gotta use every muscle God gave you. Because like I said, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So that's why Lily lost it.
Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You've torn it all apart. I'm kind of shy and quiet at first, but once you get to know me, I like to have a good time, like to laugh a lot. Well, I just recently started tinkering around with the ukulele a little bit, which goes along with the singing, but I love brain activities like jigsaw puzzles and kind of stuff like that. But my goal would be to be a professional singer and do it for a career. But I've also considered doing music therapy, which is if they get out of a bad accident or something like that. Only the memories of when you were mine.
I knew all 10 of these kids could really sing, but not all of them are adapting real well to the environment and the competition. One was Victoria. Beautiful voice. Really had in the back of my mind she'd be an early favorite, but she just feels the pressure and she's not handling it real well.
I'm shaking so bad. As soon as the day started, it was just a bunch of stress and pressure. At this point, I kind of just want to go home, so.
Is it hard to perform under those conditions?
Yeah. You see how bad I'm shaking right now? Oh my God.
After one of the practices of How Far I'll Go with the group, Victoria had a major meltdown. I reminded her that you're not there, you're really not there to to make a lot of friends. You're there to compete, girl. You're there to sing. You're awesome. Pull yourself together. You know, lean into your music. Trust God. You can do this. Put all this other stuff over here and focus on yourself. Focus on why you're here, and let's get this done.
So today I had a nervous breakdown, and everybody on the set was trying to help me. They were trying to like calm me down, stuff like that. And I really don't know if it's just because I'm not ready or if it's because I miss home, or if I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. But Daniel has been trying to help me with my lyrics, my words, and I really feel like if I don't get myself together sooner rather than later, I'm gonna miss out on a huge opportunity. I wish I just knew what to do, but it's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. Everything is gonna work itself out. And if I go home, I go home, and there'll be other opportunities. But if I stay, hopefully everything gets better and my nerves calm down. So, yeah.
Victoria was very stressed the first couple days. I think it's crazy, leaving home and being gone for a while, and I know how that feels. And sorry, 1 second, please.
Hey. Hey, you okay? Okay? Hey. Hey, what's wrong?
I just miss my family. It's like it sounds so stupid, but like I haven't gone like 7 days without like my mom hugging me. Like, I really haven't, and like it's really hard.
Yeah, it's okay, come here. Listen to me, it's gonna be okay, all right? I'm very close to my family too, and we just gotta make our family proud. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, girl. I know when I saw you, you have something special.
Thank you.
You and I are different here, and we're here for a reason, okay?
Okay.
All right, you got this.
I can totally relate to her because this is one of my first times being away from home too on a very important holiday of mine, and I just had to tell her, I'm like, girl, it's me and you together, and I know that she was not the only one suffering this, but I know that we're here for a reason, and I told her that both of our families will be very proud of us for being here and doing what we love.
Round 1 is happening tonight. I'm expecting to see a growth pattern. This whole One Star Rising is a system to groom these kids and see who has the mettle, who has what it takes inside to be a professional performer, to be in the entertainment industry. So, this is a major test on, their abilities, their courage, their talent, and, we'll see where the chips fall.
The devil said I couldn't do it, and he tried to discourage me. He took his best at my life, but my heart he couldn't see.
I was kind of worried that there was only one place to go for Mary, and that was down, because she really wowed me during the audition process. But the one thing I did notice, the vocals and the stage movement were great, but she was not used to the headset microphones. She had a tendency to adjust her mic. You can hear it on the live recording. Otherwise, everything else, pretty good. So Mary is one of the front runners for this competition.
Show the world it's time to shine. When I praise the Lord and show him love at home where all is fine. Please don't let me down. God, I pray you help me
She's really starting to distance herself from some of the other contestants. So she can keep her energy level up and her smooth vocals and don't out-sing herself and just stay on that path that she's on. She really is a front runner to win this whole competition.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome would be waiting for me, and the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong.
Sam is one of the youngest performers at 14, but she's taken a no-holds-bar approach to this competition, which I really like. She's not holding anything back. She chose a Disney song to sing in round 1, and she didn't appear nervous. Her voice sounded great. Her stage movement was adequate. But what I'm looking for in the future, she had a good performance in audition. She took a mild step up in round 1. But if she's going to compete to be in the top 3 in this competition, she's going to have to take a major step up and just really let it go and show everybody what she's made out of.
I am on my way. I can go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong.
For being a young performer and an experienced performer, she's doing quite well in the competition.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this cove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around, who do you think? Sure, she's got everything.
Macy was one of the better performers. She did stage movement, was perfect. Her voice was pristine. I saw a little bit more confidence in her. And it's so unique because Macy is maybe about this tall. She's about 4'10". But when she sings,
When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the shore above?
she was one of the people in round 1 that took a step up. And so she caught my eye, and I can't wait to see what she brings in the coming days.
Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that.
If there was one thing that Mason needs to work on, it's still that confidence level. Even though she's one of the older competitors, you can tell that she's slightly hesitant. Like she has to think about the lyrics or the stage movement. I like to see performers that are just natural in their element. And, Macy needs to bring that. And I understand that the kids only have, a handful of weeks to rehearse these songs that they chose or were assigned. But she just, I want her to look more natural and be a little bit more heartfelt when she brings the songs to the stage.
Counting days since my love up and got lost on me. Every breath that I've been taking since you left feels like a waste on me. I've been holding on, so hope that she'll come back when you can find some peace.
'Cause every word that I've heard spoken since you left. I would describe myself as very passionate and dedicated. I'm very caring. I care a lot about other people and how other people feel, more than myself sometimes. Apparently I'm very mature for my age, and living in Lafitte and just going through the stuff I went through, like throughout my whole life, I had to grow up very fast. And I feel things that normally people my age wouldn't feel. So whenever I listen to songs like Bruises or anything like that, I have like a very deep connection to it. So when I sing it, it sounds better basically because I'm letting like the song come from my heart and not worrying about like technique or being on pitch. So I basically just feel the song rather than learn it. When I was younger, I was bullied a lot, like for how I looked, for like my weight. I use those types of songs as like a way to express like, not like the hurt, but like how upset I was. And just using that as like my outlet or like my way to show people how it feels. Because I don't really have a lot of other things to do rather than sing. So that's basically the only thing I can do with my feelings.
In the water, 'cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I can hold you, you keep my head from going under.
What's so great about 13-year-old Peyton is that she has a very distinctive voice, something like Alanis Morissette. When you hear her on a radio, you know who that person is.
In the water, 'cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I can hold you, you keep my head from going under.
A very deep voice for a young lady. She's young, she's inexperienced, and she only has room to grow.
This is my song, how to write a song. I know, don't leave yet, just listen along. These 5 easy steps will help you write the best. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Forgive me if this song is cheesy. Anyway, step 1, think of a poem. Step 2, write it down. Step 3, learn how to play an instrument.
There are certain people that are born to sing. There's certain people that learn how to sing. You can tell that Andrea just has a natural context to her voice and such a trait of innocence, which is needed in teenagers today. And not everybody has to have a hard edge to them. Now, if Andrea had things to work on, it would be to know that she is very talented. I could tell she's a little bit intimidated around all of these other big voices in the competition.
This was my song on how to write a song. I want to thank you for listening along. These 5 easy steps helped me write the best.
She has what it takes, but she really needs to bring it moving forward. Show that confidence. Know that she's good. I know the vocal mentors are telling her you have a beautiful voice. So moving forward, I want to see her to take ownership of that voice that she has. That's a natural gift.
You walk away with a slight grin. You wipe the tears like I control again. You stand up and walk away. And that tells me what I need to say. My arms again.
His voice, it wasn't there tonight. I think he paid more attention to the piano part than to the singing part. Because even though he rehearsed it, we put our professionals with him, he knew what all the notes were. As a overall package tonight, It was one of the poorest in round one. So I'm worried about Nick. Talent is there, and I really think that he can sing. I'm not too sure he wants to sing. I've heard him sing on other songs, and he's got a good tone. It's just that he needs to apply himself, not just to the music, but to the vocal and to the lyrics. So I'm a little concerned moving forward with what Nick is going to bring in front of the final VIP judges. All right, Mike, are you ready?
Ready.
Every time I sleep, you're standing next to me, murmuring to my ears. I can barely open my eyes or have a thought in mind. Why do I feel so helpless? What you gonna do? What you gonna say? What you gonna be?
Micah is pretty unique. He's not a musical theater kid. He's kind of like a gospel or soul singer.
This is no way to go. Nowhere to go.
He's got a unique style, and that will help him in the long run, because when you hear Micah sing, you'll know it's Micah. You can hear all of his emotions in the song and what he is feeling. So he's kind of mastered that over what the other contestants haven't.
What you gonna do? What you gonna say? What you gonna be? This is what I will do, and this is what I will say.
Micah has the ability to be in the top 3 in the finale. Now, will he convey that to the judges, the VIP judges? We'll have to wait and see. He's going to be one to really keep an eye on. Both him and Danny.
Somebody said you've got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can?
What I really enjoyed seeing today was that he stopped joking around. He stopped talking. He went off in the corner and he got serious. Almost like a boxer preparing for that big fight. And he stayed by himself till it was his turn to sing. Then he got up on stage and he killed it.
I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
It was the best I've ever heard Danny sing.
Said I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh no, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh no, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
The mentors have made several suggestions to him, and I'm not sure he took it all to heart. He's kind of brushed some of that stuff off. And Danny does what Danny wants to do. So, you know, as a 18, 19-year-old performer, you need to listen to the people who know better and at least consider what they're saying to you. And I'm not always of the mindset that Danny does that. Only then can he be ending up as one of the top 3 contestants in this competition.
Don't see me standing here.
I'm a little apprehensive about Lily. It was just yesterday where she fainted rehearsing her round 1 song. And you could tell off the bat that Lily was really nervous. She was a bundle of nerves. Her voice was real tight, and her hand movements were like robotic.
They thought they could dispose of me. They tried to make me small. I suffered each indignity, but now rise above it all. Yes, the price I paid was all I had, but at last I found release. And if something good can come from bad, the past can rest in peace. So if you see someone's hurt and in need of a hand, don't forget me. Or hear a melody crying from some baby grand, you don't forget me.
As she warmed up and as she got into the big song from Smash, she started to come alive.
For a kiss they paid 1,000, yet they paid 50 cents for my soul. They took their piece, the price of fame that no one can repay. Ah, but they didn't buy me when they bought my name, and that is why I pray.
That's what I was kind of looking for. You know, she's one of the hardest workers in and around the camp, and she really practices everything all of our mentors have given us.
Yeah, take care. And don't forget me, please take care. And don't forget me when you look to the heavens at someone you love and their light shining bright from afar. Hope you see my face there, and then hope for a prayer. And please let me be the
She learned how to tackle that long, drawn-out note. It was good to see to where Nick really didn't take to the coaching, Lily did. Moving forward, I'm looking forward to what Lily has to bring to the table.
Victoria is really struggling right now, just with the pressure of everything and trying to stay on top of her game and with the vocal stress. I'm going to be really interested to see how far she can get and if she's going to go home.
She was one of the stronger people in the audition process, so I was excited to see what she brought to the table. She was very ambitious. She sang one of my songs called Letting Go.
I don't wanna feel too much, I don't wanna hurt too much. Doing this for me, so let the cards fall. I'm letting go, finally. I don't wanna feel like you have me on an imaginary chain. I don't wanna feel like if you're not in my life, I'ma go insane. I'm letting go.
I was a little bit disappointed. As a songwriter, you always have that tune in your head. She missed some of the lyrics. At times, she looked disinterested. When she was singing, she was fine. But during the piano breaks, she would stare off into space and look like this is the last place on earth you want to be. And when you're singing in front of a live judge, that's not taking a step in the right direction.
I'm not looking back to who I was yesterday. I'm tired of hiding and through it fighting.
If Victoria ends up staying in this competition, she's got a lot to work on now. Like I said, audition, she was way up here. Round one, she was way down here. I understand that she has not adapted well to this environment. Being away from home. Some of these kids get homesick. The cell reception out here is pathetic. So you're kind of disconnected from social media. And then we always have COVID. So being isolated for weeks on end, some of these teens aren't just mentally or emotionally equipped to handle that. And then on top of that is the pressures of going through all these classes and trying to perfect your trade and seeing the competition every day right in your face, what you're up against. And out of all of the contestants, she's really performed poorly on meeting that challenge or that task.
And that's on you. That's on you. Ooh, oh. Ooh, oh. Now I've got my own life, I don't need yours. I've got myself, I'm walking out the door, I'm letting go. I'm free.
If she makes it to the finale as anyone's guess, she has the talent for it. Let me first and foremost say that. But does she have the wherewithal or the mental and emotional makeup and bring it to the end of this journey?
Daniel. Tired of you and your never want to do is make everybody else look bad. I'm tired of it.
Baby, it's a competition.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just on my phone and I saw Victoria just barge in and she just cussed out poor Danny. I don't know, something happened between them. I guess they were rehearsing their songs together or something. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, little girl, she crazy, man.
Fucking exhausting, and I literally relied on you to help me out, and I'm tired of it, okay? And everybody else is too, so if you don't get your together, you can leave, because nobody wants you here. Nobody. Okay? Is that clear?
So pretty much, as you'll know, I helped Victoria with her song, and she didn't like that. Like, okay, you can be mad that I was successful and made you look like an idiot, and you can yell at me, but why'd you have to dump trash on my bed? Like, it's immature.
He told me to do a voice crack in my voice or whatever and shift the pitch and make it higher. And then when I realized that how I sounded on the recording and then they made me do it again, I realized he's insecure, that I will pass him up in this competition. So I literally went off because I couldn't contain how aggravated or frustrated I was. And yeah, I might have poured trash on his bed, but he's just a trashy person and in general, so yeah.
So I know Mark thinks that, I have a great shot at being in this competition and working on my singing, especially in front of all these judges that are going to be here. And I'd like to really thank him for that. He's given me the chance to step out of my comfort zone and do something that I've never really done before. I mean, that audition was my first time that I've been on stage singing. And so that's really something to, build upon, and I'm just gonna get any kind of experience I can get out of this, any kind of feedback. And especially with that, that round one that happened, I felt good being on stage, but I didn't feel like a singer. And, but it was a really great experience, and I'm very thankful for the time that I got and the shot to be up there. But going forward from here, I've decided to step down from the competition.
Yeah, Karen, the kids can't be changing their songs anymore. The tracks have already been sent in.
Hey, Mark.
No, the tracks are final. Roberto already has them, and no more changing, okay? Yeah.
Mark, I wanted to talk to you. Before I came out here, I know you really believe in me being a singer, and I know you really believe I have a great shot at this competition, and you really want me to get this great experience singing. But I don't just feel like a singer being here. I feel more comfortable being a piano player.
You're quitting more than halfway through the production?
No, I'm not quitting. No.
Okay, then what are we talking about then?
I wanted to talk to you about stepping down from the competition.
Okay. Well, you made it through the auditions. You made it through round one. I understand you're a piano player. Yeah. And Nick, you're one of the best piano players I've ever seen.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you helping out the kids with their tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
You're singing, we can work on that.
Right.
But you do shine as a piano player. And so what you're telling me is that you're not going to be singing in the final round of the competition?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, you realize that you'll be giving up your experience with the VIPs.
Yes.
That's when the judges come.
Yes, and I understand that.
Well, you're your own man. I can't make decisions for you, so I'm gonna respect your decision. And you're gonna stay around through the end of production?
Yeah, I want to be here. I want to be part of the music. I want to help the contestants.
I got no problems with that.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Thank you.
I feel like him stepping out was him stepping in because it made him stand out even further as a piano player. I mean, he is unbelievable. If there's a key, he's going to play it. They say a good singer can sing the phone book. Well, Nick can play the phone book.
I'm dreaming, I'm moving, I'm leaving for the house on the mountain. I miss you.
I know it. I love Micah's voice. I do like I'm a really big fan of like riffing and all that stuff, so he does a lot of cool riffs and licks.
I know the one who's been inside of my mind. Oh, I see the light is shining through.
I am probably one of the most nicest but shyest person you will ever meet. I am very humble. I am very me. I'm just me. I'm an open book, and you can just ask any question. I'm just going to give you the honest truth. So I just grew up listening to a lot of music with my parents, and they had us listening to any types of music from 80s to 90s to back in the day from Motown, from the 50s. A wide array of music. I want to make a life out of this. That's my dream. I want to be traveling around the world, around the country, just showing what I feel like what I was born and what I was put here to do. I'm a little person, but I'm old as hell, but that's it. And I feel like I'm never going to age because Asians are just ageless. I was in the process of moving away from home, and I was going through a lot with my family and other personal things. When I moved to Kentucky, I was trying to get a job and be able to take care of me and my husband, and then life got really hectic, and I kind of had to stop singing. I kind of accepted the fact of, singing is okay. Right now, I need to focus on being an adult and paying my bills. And it wasn't until I met one of my best friends, Deshaun. He kind of started talking to me, and it's like, you sing, and then he acts, and he kind of is just like, you know what? Why did you stop singing? And he kind of gave me that little push. And to be honest, I would not be here if it wasn't for him. So I owe him a lot.
No!
That's amazing.
It wasn't
now,
full, though.
Now time for me.
When I in awesome wonder consider all the work that hands hath made, I see the.
I think my friends would describe me as quirky, funny, and nice and passionate. I definitely have my quirky side and I'm very energetic, but I'm very passionate about, music. I'm passionate about people treating people right. Both of my parents aren't really musical. My mom has kind of gone into it because we are musical as kids, but my older brother was playing sports and he couldn't really walk and do a lot of things, and he was actually diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. And I was really young, so it was kind of hard for me to understand at this point, but I remember just little glimpses of my parents just being in such a tough situation, like having like a kid that's sick and like not really like knowing what's gonna happen with that. And so I think that for my whole family, that was like a faith growing situation, because we had to, rely on God. And because when, there's nothing else to rely on, that's you kind of are forced to go back to that. Even when we do get busy and do have all these distractions, we might not think about God and not think about that. But it was like truly a miracle. The doctors were so shocked when like his test came back like way after the fact and he was completely free of this disease, which just never happens. So it was definitely a miracle, and I see how like God has used it to bring us all into like this entertainment industry and kind of like foster that joy of music through all of us through that. So yeah.
How great thou art.
Can't stop hearing. Please go deaf. Also the door that just closed.
So Mark had these angel wings for the costume party. I think they should have been devil wings, but that's besides the point. I thought the girls needed to like work on their pitch.
We should make a TikTok.
So I put the wings on and ran and jumped out their window to get a nice little shriek out of all of them.
When I tell you my heart dropped down to my big toe, I was so scared. I was like, we're all dying. It's the end of the world. This is the end. Bye, Mom. I love you. Hugs and kisses.
I hit my knee on the door. Wait.
I just looked at him and was not fazed at all.
So you weren't scared at all?
No, it takes more than that to scare me.
I just gave a concussion. Are you okay?
These are a weapon.
I'm seeing stars. No, I elbowed her in the head.
My angel wings?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, those things cost a fortune. It's like $1,800. Where is he? Danny!
I know Mark believes that, I have a great chance at this and that I should be competing. And, he really believes in me, but, I want to do what's right for me, and I know who I am. And I want to make sure that I'm making the best decision for myself.